Hi, I'm Blake Lindsay, Manager of Communications with the Dallas Lighthouse for the Blind. Recently, I sat down with our President and CEO, Hugh McElroy, to look at some photos of the lighthouse operations on Capitol Avenue in Dallas. Since I'm totally blind, I asked Hugh if he would describe the contents of the photos. And well, you're in for a treat. I hope you enjoy this narrated tour of the Dallas Lighthouse for the Blind. And if you haven't already, I would like to encourage you to visit the Dallas Lighthouse for the Blind on Facebook, and to be sure to like our page.
This happens to be the output side of one of the two inking and marker assembly automation machines. He adds value by making sure the machines continue to run properly. He has some vision loss, but he is not totally blind. He is taking markers that have been produced on the line, making sure that they don't jam up or accumulate on the end, and then he checks the count and puts them into a hopper or a bin, and the bin is then confirmed later and then accepted through the quality process. So he is an interface between full production automation and manual tracking and putting these things in mass so that they can then go to a separate department, which will then, depending on the order that's created for these bulk items, will then put them into, these happen to be highlighters, yellow, fluorescent. So they may come in a pack of 4 or 12 or whatever is required by the customer or spec that we're working to, or putting them into inventory. That is Jose. These are products that are used mainly for the Coast Guard and in recognition for Coast Guardsmen that are in training for accomplishments in seamanship or various things that they have done. And we will also make in that area their graduation binder and certificate holders. So we differentiate only that these are what we call paper-based versus vinyl-based, but they're many of the same type of products, the same family of products. We are, again, finding ourselves in the eyeglass area. The equipment has now released the tray, and it's now at the next production station. And he is taking and making sure that all the pieces are there and that everything happened as it's supposed to, and that the Velcro pieces are set properly, and there nothing was left to the imagination. They're exactly where they should be. They're welded in, and the edges are likewise prepared for the next step. And he's taking them, and he'll make a stack and then move them off to the next station where other things happen. He is also a blind worker. This gentleman is he is in our textile area. And we have two types of cutting. For long run, same article cutting, we use a Gerber robotic machine. We have a person who is visually impaired. He's not totally blind. He has some sight, but he has been taught how to run the Gerber machine, which is a highly technical, numerically controlled computer screen, touch screen operation, and he does a magnificent job. And it will take this cutter and deploy it, and it will cut several inches of material that is stacked on top of each other, and basically enabling the sewers to make large volumes of long-run production items. You're looking at a gentleman by the name of Reginald, who we call Reggie for short. Reggie's got sunglasses on. I don't think I've seen him without his sunglasses but once or twice. He likes to wear Ralph Lauren, so he's got the old polo guy swinging away there. I also happen to know he likes music very much, and has a DJ activity of his own, which is really nice. As opposed to this gentleman is doing manual cutting, and his mission in life would be to take something that might be very, shall we say, natural fiber, something that behave differently, like silk, which tends to be very slippery. It's also irregular at the atomic level. It's not as even. I mean, it's created by silkworms, so these are insects that create silk, right? Silkworms, and save people's lives. By the way, if those who have ever been in military service, if you ever run across a paratrooper, there will be an insignia, and it has a picture of the silkworm on it. So, anyway, this gentleman is cutting manually, and he is very much an artisan. He is not. He's sighted and is not visually impaired, and he actually is able to perform what most would consider an unsafe act in a safe manner, because he is able to use his eyesight, his experience. There's some holding fixtures that are put in place in order to keep him safe, so that he does not, have what could be a significant health risk. So he is an expert cutter, and he would create, let's say, our women's fashion business would normally require, and I say normally, a hand cut garment, and it may only be a single thickness, where that machine, while it could do a single thickness, it's not very efficient to do that. So this person will do the manual craftsmanship type cutting. This is Hugh McElroy. I'm the president and CEO of the Dallas Lighthouse for the Blind, and it's been an extreme pleasure to be with you today and to view some of the wonderful photos that have been taken of some of the most favorite people in my life. And those are the artisans, the people who teach, the people who execute with such perfection. And in our work environment at the Lighthouse, beautiful garments, beautiful works of art in and to themselves, that they produce flawlessly and with reliability in a very, very happy and open, safe, secure work environment where they enjoy themselves, and in between, during breaks and various things, that they have respite also in comfort and enjoyable settings. We love our lighthouse, and we hope you do too.